G'day folks! Oh, how long's it been? 3 weeks, maybe even 4. She's been a while and I'm still piss farting around with this bloody trailer. I've had issues with it. Well, I've actually done probably a couple of 100 Ks towing the car in it. The car's running like a bloody beast. Now the trailer's giving me friggin' little niggly issues, guys. I wanted to try and sort it all out and then put a nice big vid up and show you how it all sort of has come together. But yeah, we've had some teething issues, guys, and it's really tested me, to say the least. What's happening is, right, I can sort of drive at 60 mile an hour or 100 kilometres an hour along the flat road. It's beautiful. You can swerve on it a bit. It doesn't get really a little bit more unsettled than what it was before. And look, and I expected it because you've added around 450 sort of ish kilo to it. And, you know, and I was expecting that. And that's fine. Like, it doesn't worry me too much, you know, and it settles up again and we're cruising. But when you sort of go down a slight incline or down a bit of a hill, you back off on the old throttle a bit and let it sort of coast, starts getting a little bit funny. I just noticed this just in the back of the ute a little bit, you know, just like that. And then you've sort of got to get on the brakes, get to about 90 Ks, comes good, no issues. So, like I said, you're back on the flat road again. It's perfect, you know, I can't sort of complain about it. That was the first time I took it out and I sort of wasn't really expecting it and it just sort of, yeah, got my nerves up a little bit. Came back and my bloody wheel bearing on one of the sides was bloody, it was just loose as all buggery and the wheel was bloody moving and all that. And so I've tightened that up. I took it out again today, guys, and big improvement, huge improvement. But it's still slightly there. Nowhere near as bad as it was before, but I'm getting on the right track. Anyway, I took the wheels off the thing just to have I've jacked it all up the trailer and I sort of spun the wheels around and sort of checking, looking, and the bloody wheels are buckled like buggery, you know. Oh, geez, it's pissing me off. So I'm in two minds at the minute, guys. I really need to upgrade the brakes on it because now we're sort of getting up around 2.5 tonne with it all up. My rating on it was only 2 tonne. So I got talking to my local trailer dude. He recommended, look, going to a bigger axle with 4 electric brakes on each of the wheels. And you can get a breakaway system as well. So if it ever unhitches, it'll lock on the brakes. And that's what I really need to do, guys. Upgrade the axles. We'll go for some new rims, maybe even some better tyres, which those ones I got, look, they're not that old. They're rated to 695 each, but we really need to get up to sort of 800 to a tonne each wheel capable. So that means I can get the trailer rated up to 3.5 tonne. So I'm in two minds with it at the minute, guys, because if I'm going to pull the axles off it, I may move it all back slightly. I can actually move the two of them back about 4 inches, 100 mil, because I was actually going to lengthen the drawbar of it. Then, if that was no real gain there, I can always move the car forward a bit more. So I may end up just going with the electric brake setup and move these axles back and see how that goes. And like I can always add a little bit to the drawbar because it is a little bit short, but I do like it because it doesn't cut in on you and it does sort of, you know, follow the car nice. So I think if I can gain a little bit at the back with some better tyres, more truer rims, with the 4 brakes all set up for 3.5 tonne, and I'll try it then. And if it's a win there, we'll go with that. See, the trouble is with it, guys, I've had to move the car back about 4 inches. And I thought it may upset a little bit, and it has. As the enclosement's done to it too. So I'll give you a little look anyway, guys. I've actually been doing a bit to it. I'll show you inside actually. Well, there you go. There you can see I've got a sort of a rubber seal on the door. I'm starting to close in on it, guys. I really want to sort of get it finished and get it really nutted out before I use it on a regular basis to the track. Sorry it's a bit dark, I haven't got a light on me. Hang on, yes I have. I'll go and get one. Here you go. Yeah, I've sealed it all off. The first time I took it out, guys, because it was all open around the edges, the bloody dust flew up in here, and the whole car was covered in dust after about a 30-kilometre drive. And since I've sort of blocked it all off, and I've got rubber on the floor, 1.6mm thick, I've sort of glued it all down and used flathead clouts, done a sort of nice job of it. And I've put on a couple of vents in the front, so we're getting good airflow through inside all the time, pressurising it. I've taken off the back ramps because I tripped over them a couple of times, and oh look, they just bloody annoyed the hell out of me. But I can just slip them on and take them off whenever I want, so that's very handy. In that sense, now it's a lot safer too. All I've got to do is fill in that little back piece there. I've got a design in my head how I'm going to do it. I'll show you that when I sort of get to it. But yeah, look, I've got no dust. When I just took it out, I did about 50 k's in the car, and yeah, it was fantastic. So, well, you can see where it's mounted now, where the stops are. So we're about probably 100mm, 120mm back from the original point. It was a bit of give and take, you see, because at the front I wanted clearance for the, for turning. So, look, there's always hindsight, guys. If I'd have known what I know now, I may have lengthened the drawbar to start with, and it would have given me that little bit extra room for the car to stay in that original position, because I would have brought it all forward. But we live and learn, and that's what it's all about, guys. We've just got to keep marching on with it, and we'll fix it. I'm very confident in it. I want it sort of so I don't have to worry too much when I'm towing it, and not be on edge. And you want it safe. That's the whole point of it. I've done the rubber seal at the top. That works really well too. And I've sealed up all the roof, and I left it out in the weather, and I had a couple of little leaks in it, but I fixed them, and yeah, she's starting to look really good, guys. I've got some diamond plate or checker plate strips, guillotine, so I'm going to do all around the edges of it, just to tidy it up and finish it off and make it look really nice. So yes, I think we're just going to move these back 4 inches. I've got plenty of room, and if we can just do them both, then the offset that it's going to look, I'm going to actually put some rubber stripping around it, and I'll just sort of fake it in so it sort of looks even. So I'll bring it a little bit further over this way, and then I'll sneak it back more onto here, just to compensate for the shift of the axles. And we'll go with that, try that. If that sort of doesn't really do too much, I can extend the drawbar that little bit. And then last case scenario, if I've got to cut it out here, and I've got to nose the car forward and sort of box in a section for the front of the car to get it back in the original position. So I've got some little tricks up my sleeve to get it sorted. I really wanted to, oh geez, look, there was a private practice day on Thursday, and I really wanted to take it down there and give it a shakedown run, but I just want to finish this trailer so it's nice and safe and get it legal so I can tow the thing in confidence. Yeah. Alright guys, well I will do a little wrap up of the car with the specs on it. I'm not going to make any apologies for not putting a vid up in the last few weeks. I've just sort of been busy, and it was nice to have a little break, guys. I really enjoyed it. But old Griff, look, he's on a comeback again. I'm starting to get really pumped and excited. I'll show you in here now. I've actually got it all cleaned out. So as soon as I've got that trailer sorted, we're going to pull this wall down, and we are going to run it. So we're going to gain a bay, and we're going to bring my HX ute down, and that's going to be the start of my little project. And I'm very excited on that, because that'll enable me to get the old ute out on the street with a bit of boost with my little 253, and it'll be a great little thing. Alright folks, well I'll put one up soon. We're getting there guys, we're getting there. So it's starting to take shape, and I'll tell you one thing guys, I'll leave it to the experts. I'm not going in the trailer business. I'll just stick to my turbos. Alright folks, I'll catch you later.